Hello everyone. In the last class we studied how to divide a polynomial by a monomial, by a binomial, by a trinomial and so on. And also we studied how to find out the remainder using remainder theorem. Is it? Yes. So today let us study a little more about it. If I say 2 is a factor of 24 or 3 is a factor of 24 or 4 is a factor of 24, what do you mean by that? When you divide 24 divided by 2, the remainder is 0. When you divide 24 divided by 3, the remainder is 0. When you divide 24 by 4, the remainder is 0. 6 is a factor of 24. So, whenever you divide 24 by 6, the remainder is 0. 8 is a factor of 24. 24 divided by 8 is equal to 3. The remainder is 0. You understand? That is the meaning of the factor. So, if I say if a factor is x minus a is a factor of any polynomial, then the remainder is 0. Or I say f of a or p of a is equal to 0. Using this, I can find out if any term is missing in the polynomial. You will understand better if I give some of the problems based on this. I say if 2 is a factor of 24, 24 divided by 2 is equal to 12 and the remainder is 0. If a polynomial is divided by x minus a, then the remainder is 0. Using the remainder theorem, if x minus a is a factor, p of a is equal to 0. So, when p of a is equal to 0, using that property, I can find out the value of any unknown term in a polynomial. Let us try to understand this by taking some example. Question number 1. Now the question is like this. Examine whether x plus 2 is a factor of this as well as that. This is one question and that is another question. I said using the remainder theorem, if x plus 2 is a factor, then I have to find out the value of p of minus 2, because if x minus a is a factor, then p of a should be equal to 0. Right? So what I have to do? P of minus 2 is equal to, let me write down p of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. So, p of minus 2, if I get 0, then x plus 2 is a factor, otherwise no. So, p of minus 2 is equal to minus 2 the whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 the whole square plus 5 into minus 2 plus 6. So, what do you get? Minus 2 the whole cube minus 8 plus minus 2 the whole square is 4. 3 4s are 12 minus 10 plus 6. So what do you get? Minus 8 minus 10 minus 18. 12 plus 6 plus 18. So plus 18 minus 18 is equal to 0. Is p of minus 2 is equal to 0? Yes. Then x plus 2 is a factor of this. Since p of minus 2 is equal to 0, x plus 2 is a factor of x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6. Now let us go to the second one. Is x plus 2 is a factor of 2x plus 4. So, p of x is equal to 2x plus 4. So, p of minus 2 is equal to 2 into minus 2 plus 4. So, what do you get? Minus 4 plus 4. How much? 0. since P of minus 2 is equal to 0, what is that? X plus 2 is a factor of what? 2x plus 4. This is the answer. I hope you understood. Whenever any number 2 is a factor of 4, then what do you say? 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2, the remainder is 0. If any number is a factor, then the remainder should be 0. Using remainder theorem, if x plus 2 is a factor, p of minus 2 should be equal to 0. Next one. The next question is, find the value of k if x minus 1 is a factor. So, x minus 1 is a factor means p of 1 is equal to 0. So, p of x is equal to 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4x plus k. So, this is equal to 0. P of 1 is equal to 4 into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 4 into 1 plus k. When it is a factor, P of 1 is 0. So, P of 1 is equal to 0 is equal to 4 into 1 cube is 4 plus 3 into 1 square is 1. So, 3 ones are 3 minus 4 plus k. So, 0 is equal to 4 minus 4 0. 3 plus k. So, let me keep k here only. K is equal to 3. You bring this side minus 3. So, what is the value of k? Minus 3. Let me go to the next one. Now, it is a different thing. Factorization of the polynomial. What type of polynomial? Ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial by splitting the middle term. Let me give you one example. Factorize x square plus 7x plus 12. What you have to do is, you see it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. If a is 1, the problem is simple. Here a is equal to 1 x square, right? So what you have to see is, the last term is constant. That should be the product. The middle term should be the sum. So you have to think of the factors of 12 such that the sum is 7. You know 12 ones are 12, but 12 and 1 when you add it will be 13. Both are plus. 3 fours are 12. See, the product has to be 12. Sum has to be 7x. How do you do? 3 fours are 12. 3x plus 4x is 7x. 3x plus 3 into 4 is 12. So it should be like that. So what I do next? X square. I am splitting only the middle term. I write down 7x as 3x plus 4x plus 12. Now I will group this into two groups. In these two, x is common, I take out x plus 3 plus, in these 4 is common, I will take out x plus 3. So what is the next step? X plus 3 is common, x plus 4. So, this is the answer, x plus 3 into x plus 4. So, this is by splitting the middle term we are factorizing, right? So, let us move on to the next one. Now, second question, whatever I give the simple one because in your textbook there are complicated ones which you cannot understand at once. I'll go for the simple ones. And after let me explain the questions whatever is there in the textbook. So, x squared minus 9x plus 20. Here a is equal to 1. Do you agree? So, the product has to be plus 20. the sum has to be minus 9. When this one will be plus? When both are minus, minus into minus is plus. So think of the factors of 20 so that their sum is 9. So the factors of 20 so that the sum is how much? Minus 9. I think minus 4 and minus 5. Sum is minus 9, product is plus 20. Right? So I write down x square minus 4x minus 5x. See, I split the middle term only, plus 20. So again two groups. In this one group, x is common, x minus 4 minus. Always remember, whatever I get in the bracket, I have to try to get the same number in the next bracket. So I can take out 5. Whenever I take out 5, what is remain? X minus 4. In both these x minus 4 is common. Take out. What is remaining? X minus 5. So next I'll give you one more simple. Then after that I'll go to the questions whatever is there in the textbook. Then you'll understand better. Last one. See, it is like this. The third question I gave, the simple one is factorize x square minus 17x minus 38. Again, the middle term after split, the product has to be minus 38. So the product is minus 38 and the sum has to be how much? Minus 17. So you have to think of the factors of 38. 19 twos, but I have to get minus 17. So I do minus 19 plus 2. Correct? 19 twos are minus 38. Minus 19 plus 2 is minus 17. Right? So how do you write down here? X square, right? Plus 2x minus 19x minus 38. See, as I want, I can write. I wrote 19 here because 38 is there, 19 and 38, I can take out 19 common. That's why I wrote that later. I can write as I want. So, in this x is common, I will take out x plus 2. If I take out minus 19 out, x plus 2. So, what is the next step? X plus 2 is common. So, remain is x minus 19. So, this is the factorization. Now let me go to the problem of the textbook. So far whatever I explained, a was 1. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus 6. So 6x square plus 17x plus 5. So far whatever I discussed, x square, 1x square was there. Here 6x square. If there are any numbers 6 or 5, what you have to do is, this one you have to multiply to this. So what is the answer you get? 6 5s are. Product has to be 30. The sum has to be plus 17. Now it is simple. So think of the factors of 30 where the sum is 17. So factors of 30 are 15 twos are. So that sum is 17. 15 twos are. 15 twos are 30 plus 15 plus 2 is plus 17. So I write down this like this. 6x square plus 2x plus 15x plus 5. See, if I write down 2x here, 2 is common. I can take out. So 2x is common, I will take out. 3x plus 1 plus 5 is common. 3x plus 1. Here 3x plus 1 is common. Take out 2x plus 5. This is how you factorize by splitting the middle term. If there is any number in the place of a, you have to multiply to this. Then that should be the product of the number, and this one should be the sum. Is it clear? Let me continue with 2 or 3 problems you understand better. Now listen, these 4 questions are there in the exercise. Shall we try to solve those? Now look at this. 12x square minus 7x plus 1. It is not 1. So you have to first work is you have to multiply 12 with 1. So the product has to be 12, sum has to be minus 7. So product has to be plus 12, so both should be minus, right? How can you think? Product has to be 12, sum has to be minus 7. 3 and 4. Minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. Minus 3 into minus 4 is plus 12. Did you all understand? So I write down as 12x squared. See, I am dividing this, only splitting the middle term. Minus 4x minus 3x plus 1. This is in the side you do. Now, in these two 4x is common. Take out 3x minus 1 plus 1 is common. Take out. See, plus minus 1 you take out. Minus 1 because you get 3x minus 1. So 3x minus 1 is common. Take out 3x minus 1 into 4x minus 1. Now let us go to this. Here it is 2, not 1. So you have to multiply. 2 3s are 6. The product has to be 6. The sum has to be plus 7. So 6 1s are. So 6 1s are 6 plus 1, 7. So you get 2x squared plus 6x plus 1x plus 3. So, see, this is for you to plan. 2x is common, x plus 3 plus 1 is common, x plus 3. So, x plus 3 is common, 2x plus 1. Now, here the product has to be minus 36. Sum has to be plus 5. So 1 is plus, 1 is minus. I think plus 9 minus 4. 9 4s are 36. Plus 9 minus 4 is plus 5. So I write down 6x squared plus 9x minus 4x minus 6. In this 6x square and 9x, 3x is common, 2x plus 3 minus 2 is common, so 2x plus 3. So 2x plus 3 is common, 3x minus 2. Now, the last one of today's class, 3x square minus x minus 4. What is the first step? 3 into minus 4. What is that? Minus 12. 3 into minus 4. Minus 12 should be the product. Minus 1 should be the sum. So, how can you do? 4 and 3. Minus 4 plus 3. Let me write down. 3x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. Look at that value. Is it correct? Minus 4x plus 3x is minus 1x minus 4. I am splitting only the middle term. So in this, I better write down plus 3x here, minus 4x here. Correct? So what do I get? 3x is common, x plus 1 minus 4 is common, x plus 1. So what is common? X plus 1 is common, 3x minus 4. So I hope you understood how to factorize the middle term and how to use the factor theorem in order to find out the value which is unknown. Whenever any number is a factor, then the remainder is 0. How to find out the remainder using remainder theorem? If x minus a is a factor, then p of a is equal to 0. And also I taught you how to split the middle term and factorize. I hope you understood. If you like my video, please share it with others and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.